Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we'll be checking out Gigguk's When Anime Leaves You Speechless. Now, I haven't checked out a Gigguk video for a while, and I usually avoid the countdown ones where he goes through everything for a season because this is the one time where I avoid spoilers. I'm the person who will go watch complete breakdowns of an anime to see if I want to watch it, and have no problem with that, but I won't watch his videos just going through what's on a season. Yeah, I know it's hitting me now how weird that is, having said it out loud. Possible revelation aside, I'm going to ignore all of that and just jump right in. You guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up and let's get started.
Go beyond!
One of the best moments. Yeah, honestly, I think that's still the best moment of all My Hero Academia.
When we think of iconic anime moments, we think of stuff like,
Gurren Lagann, nice.
That was so high! Or,
yeah.
That was so sad. Or, damn, that was so shocking.
Attack on
but when you
Titan.
watch enough anime, you start to notice familiar patterns in the premise, the stories, and definitely the moments that define them. A big climax.
Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this already, but on the one hand, yeah, anime has tropes and themes representing various aspects that people love, do represent, not represent, just repeat. But that's all of fiction, not just anime. Or is he going into something specific to this entire medium and not just everything ever?
Fight, a plot twist you don't see coming, a sad death of a character. There are so many great moments like these that are extremely powerful in their own ways, but isn't something you generally haven't seen before. Yes, Demon Slayer episode 18 is absolutely hype, but so are a lot of other beautifully animated high-intensity fight scenes. But sometimes there's a moment in an anime that just sticks out for me for different reasons.
Oh, I remember this one. This wasn't Fafnir. It was the knockoff Evangelion, and he's fighting the giant monster, and his girlfriend turned out to be controlling it, and she dies because reasons.
Some may even say that
It was sad.
Different.
I said it! I said the thing!
These are moments that might not be the most hype, most iconic, most talked about, or even the most memorable, but for one reason or another, they've just refused to.
You just had to bring in the teeth brushing fetish. You just had to bring that in. I'll be honest, I was going to say something about how, like, it doesn't really matter. All of it is going to repeat somewhere because that's how fiction does its thing. It iterates. Then there's this. Fuck this. Actually, no, that's probably exactly the wrong phrase because someone's going to like, oh, don't mind if I do. No, don't. No. Oh, no, teeth, no.
So I've compiled a short list of Gigguk's random anime moments that live rent-free in my mind in no particular order or theme. Yes, I'm only making this so I can nerd out about shit I don't get to talk about enough. Obviously, there's going to be spoilers.
This
so
actually sounds like a better way to look at it.
Talk about before.
I'm sorry, what was that? Also, you could check out the YouTube timestamps. Oh. I don't actually. Huh. I'm actually going to use this as a recommendation list. And the toupee shaved off. What the hell was that from?
Talk about before I start each segment, but if you're anything like me, I have this awful habit of discovering shows and movies I want to watch by
Breaking
watching
Bad, really?
context scenes and
he's doing more than just anime.
even if they are full of spoilers. I know.
My God, Gandalf dies?
Maybe you're as broken as I am, but without further ado, let's get to it. But before I start my first pick, a quick word from today's sponsor. Guys, you know what time it is? It's Boxu time.
I hate these ads because they are actually tempting. Future me, cut this out because if I have to sit here and watch this the entire thing, and I'm going to do that because I want to not hurt his ad time, but oh God, these are hard ads to watch because I always eat them. I know what I said. I don't regret it. That's the problem.
Oh, that smells so delectable. Oh, who needs lunch when you got Boxu? Holy crap, this is hitting the spot. And oh my God, I just saw this. If you don't know, these Sable cookies are goated. This one's the pear Sable cookie. I've never had the pear flavor before.
I've never had pear flavor in general. Usually it's too faint.
The perfect cookie doesn't exist.
Note to self, stop watching his videos when hungry. He only puts them in. He only makes a video when he gets one of these sponsorships because that's what pays, because YouTube just is YouTube. But it also means every time one of these comes up.
Oh, wait. Oh. Give me more. Give me more.
He actually put the one in.
Music performances.
Oh, that
the climactic moment in any music anime that separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls, the beeps from the boops. I'm not even a big music guy.
Wait, the beep from the boobs, and he just shows
the men from the boys, the women from the girls, the beeps from the boops.
What? I'm sorry. What is even with this image? Because there's multiple layers here, so he had to take his time to make this. Or did he just randomly have this sitting around? You know, actually, that would be creepier that way. I hope he did.
I'm not even a big music guy, but great performances can be some of my personal favorite moments in all of anime. There is a wave of emotion you can get that is different from a hype fight scene or a sad dramatic scene. Haruhi, K-On!, Your Lie in April, Angel Beats. There are a lot of iconic music scenes in anime, but to me, no performance has made me feel such a journey of emotions as much as Kids on a Slope, Episode 7.
I don't even know this anime.
When you hear that the director and composer of Cowboy Bebop are teaming up again to work on a music drama revolving around jazz, you get excited.
Damn!
And this is coming from someone who doesn't know the first thing about jazz, except that one of the main tracks used in the show is the jazz classic Moanin', which is aptly named because every time I hear that sexy jazz beat, it got me feeling like... Wait, no, wrong clip. Yeah.
Okay, confirmed. He has an entire folder of just really incriminating sound effects that just... I'm not sure which is worse, the obviously edited one or the one where the guy was doing exactly what you think. No, never mind. I know exactly which one is worse.
Yeah, that'll do. It's Japan in the 1960s, and you have two best friends who are about one seductive look away from kissing their homies goodnight and shouting no JoJo. But at this point in the series, they are having a little bit of a lover's tiff. They aren't talking to each other, their music group has broken up, and their drummer has gone and joined another band right before the big school festival music performance. But, oh no! Something's gone wrong before they're about to get on stage! The setup was predictable.
I mean, on the one hand, you know, you can have people in more than one band. Although that wasn't nearly as common for a long time, was it? Huh.
We knew what was coming, but that didn't detract from the magic we were about to see.
Getting the band back together, yeah.
The school is treated to the purest unplanned jam session between two musicians you could ask for, doing their own rendition of The Sound of Music's My Favorite Thing to Snow.
You know, I'm going to say something I didn't expect to say in this video. That's an interesting use of CGI right here, where everything else is 2D, but then you can see how this is working. That's a 3D render, and it kind of works because it looks a little more metallic than everything else, but it's a symbol. Huh.
My favorite thing to Snow White's Someday My Prince Will Come. For 4 glorious minutes, their musicians become their voice actors. Not a single line of dialogue is uttered between them, but you understand everything they are saying to each other through the language of music, and like the audience, I was absolutely mesmerized.
Oh, damn, that actually is good. I'm kind of
illiterate when it comes to trying to break down or describe music, so all I can say is that the beeps and the boops fired up neurons in my brain so hard, it might as well have turned the serotonin being released into goddamn crack. God, this scene was so good. This jabs are so sexy, it got me more bricked up than all ecchi fan service anime I've watched combined. And just when I thought I could...
I hope my wife doesn't see this. Dear, if you're watching this, I'll just get on the couch, yeah.
Couldn't get more bricked up. Just when I thought they couldn't peak any harder, they pulled this out. In my mind, too many anime feel the need to talk over their performances to tell you exactly what the characters are thinking, to tell you exactly what you should be feeling. And the beauty of this scene is that they just let the music do the talking, from the perfectly accurate anime.
You know, I would say something about how it's a thing of give and take between two people, but considering the subcontext here, I think that's a little bit too on the dick.
Animation, to the callback to previous songs, to the character developments you see on stage, to the emotions this made me feel. This scene is a fucking masterpiece and my all-time favorite music performance I've ever seen.
I kind of want to see this anime now. Oh my god, he actually did. He did the lizard again.
Voice acting. Without voice acting, we'd be watching a silent film, and great voice acting can elevate the most emotional scenes from an anime into something even more spectacular.
I recognize some of these.
I love you!
Or we can break it. There have been so many amazing moments.
Oh. Oh, was that the actual dub? I thought that was just him making a joke. Oh. Oh, that's horrible.
Of voice acting that I've seen in anime, I can't even come close to listing them all. From the serious to the sad, hype to emotional, to performances that are downright spellbinding, like Restless Vagrant.
No. I mean, yes, these two were very iconic when you got to punch them in the face with March 7th. But more importantly, did they actually just...
that are downright spellbinding, like Restless...
You were leading in with Gurren Lagann. You had the instrumental of Roro Fight the Power in there. That exact line was about to come up, and you just moved it to your own voice acting in freaking Star Rail.
Vagrant, you idiot. We'll just steal off the miners. Now clearly, the art of voice acting peaked here, but that's a video game. Amazing voice acting features in some of the most iconic scenes in all of anime. So it's incredible that the first thing that comes to mind when I think of a single voice acting scene that dropped my jaw to the floor is not from this. Or this, but from a slightly above average Studio Trigger show that no one bloody remembers. When supernatural battles become commonplace.
I think I've heard of that one, but I don't know why.
Jirai here is a Chinibyo. What does that mean? He's an edgy try-hard fuckboy. Think of every overplayed trope, every bland isekai protagonist.
Oh, we're going back into cringe territory, aren't we?
Thinks makes them badass, having a special power, possessing some super secret knowledge that only they know that makes them better than everyone. Basically everything that Sid from Eminence in the Shadow tries to be without a shred of self-awareness. That's this guy here, and Hakuto has had enough.
What?
So you have chosen death.
Think of everything you've ever wanted to scream and shout at every edgy, too cool for school teenager you've met, and that's where Hakuto is. Because for 2 unstopping, uncut, unfiltered minutes, she just unloads. She pops off and just keeps going and going and going, and just when you think she's run out of oxygen, she continues for another goddamn minute while upping the intensity. It is downright captivating.
God damn! And yeah, the trope here is the why you suck speech, I'm pretty sure, but I need to watch this anime now. This is probably the most hyped recommendation I've ever heard. Getting to actually watch someone verbally slap down an edgelord. Dude, that's like... I need this. I didn't know I needed this, and I need to do this now. This is a thing. It needs to happen. I need to binge watch this. Where do I find that? Oh, I hope the English dub did a good job on this. This would be so bad otherwise. Because I can't follow it at the same time.
The most amazing thing about this is that it was rumored to be done in one take. The voice actress Saori Hayami had one shot, one opportunity, and she took it. Mom spaghetti. Stories from the staff members came out about how she nailed this on one take and left everyone in the recording.
Wait, so this is based on a manga. And
Mom spaghetti.
The actual panel was just her going off like this. No, wait, no. That has to be someone else reinterpreting it. Are they the same characters? No, it looks like they're reading here, so that's someone just doing a really damn good one take. Wait, they actually said, I'm glad that I happened to be able to host the scene that I wanted to go to after recording this time. What's recording excursion manga is. They made a manga after recording? How insane is that a thing in Japan where they make manga of the recording sessions for anime? Unironically, that actually sounds amazing, and I would love to get that in English because I can't read Japanese to save my life. Hell, I fuck up English enough as it is.
Staff members came out about how she nailed this on one take and left everyone in the recording booth in silence. And honestly, I can't blame them, because I think I've realized too that I just witnessed one of the best voice acting moments in history.
Damn. Please don't tell me he immediately just ignored it.
Damn. Restless Vagrant got some competition.
Okay, he went back to Star Rail.
I love anime fans, but goddamn, some of y'all got that TikTok brain. If there's not a character getting punched or something...
No, go back a second. Okay, it was Trash Taste Live. There's a... You know what? For my own sanity, I'm just gonna move on. I don't think I can handle the answer, whatever it is.
I love anime fans, but goddamn, some of y'all got that TikTok brain. If there's not a character getting punched or something exploding every 5 minutes, I gotta start playing some Subway Surfer at the bottom of the screen to make sure you guys are paying attention.
I just got
but when
distracted by
done
Subway
right,
Surfer.
nothing is more engrossing to me than a good dialogue scene. Eren confronting Reinhardt, Yang Wenli meeting Reinhard, pretty much anything from Monogatari. These are moments of nothing
but
characters talking that had me glued onto the screen more than any Michael Bay Mega Man explosion human ever could. But the one dialogue scene I always come back to is the Banquet of Kings from Fate Zero, episode 11.
Breaking out the good stuff soon.
Alright, pause. Now I know this is less a scene and more an entire bloody episode, but that's how gripping it is. I've watched this subbed, I've watched this dubbed, I've watched this goddamn raw, and I'm still hooked from minute one.
I just got what he meant by sub-dubbed. He literally downgraded the quality to imply that he watched it on YouTube back when you could just find random full episodes of anime easily, as opposed to now where you can still find them easily. Wait, has anything changed? Oh yeah, the quality's better now.
On to minute 20, and no, it's not because I get another chance to explain Fate.
Oh my god, I think the freaking chart got bigger than the last time. Age of Man begins, 0 AD. Really? Honestly, I thought that was previously with King Arthur. No, actually, that would be much later, wouldn't it? Yeah. And they go back 20. Oh, this makes sense, but then they're connected. I'm just going to say it's fate and leave it at that because I thought I had a good handle on the timeline, and this is just. I don't even know what Tokyo Grail War or Fate Labyrinth is. I've never even heard of those. Wait, there's 2 Malloy case files? Oh. Cool.
Alright, so let me explain Fate.
What is it?
Oh my god, he's actually going
to
to
the death going on, where there can only be one victor out of 7 teams that comprise of
Except for the
7
times where that's not
mages
the
who are
case.
paired up with a hero either from legend or real world history. I can't believe I'm fucking doing this again. Now at this point, we are well into this.
And at this point, that is also really out the window.
This battle royale. People have died. Battles have already been fought.
People come back.
Every team is at each other's
Somehow.
throat. Then, out of nowhere, one of the heroes busts through the enemy stronghold, turns up at that doorstep, faces off with them, and he's like, fancy going to the pub and grabbing a pint?
Day in the life of a true Brexit geezer. Rev up the Bugatti, hop down, have a couple pints with the lads.
That's right. No swords, no fights. What proceeds to happen is a whole episode of 3 of the heroes sitting around in a circle drinking and talking.
Just a bit of banter.
This is
What
a prime
is
example
that
of what happens when
from?
you put a bunch of interesting, larger-than-life characters in the room together and let them carry a scene with dialogue alone. Because while at the beginning, it's nice just to see these characters interacting without the pretense of a fight, it really starts to kick off when the topic of what it means to be a true king comes up.
I have every intention of plundering your abundant storehouse until it's been laid bare, so...
Maybe it's just because I know how thirsty people are for that guy, but hearing that line with context is a lot different than hearing that line with context.
So get ready.
That is hardly fitting of how a true king should behave.
You have Archer,
It is more of a bandit.
Gilgamesh, Ryder, Alexander the Great, and Saber, King Arthur. 3 legendary kings from their respective time periods with 3 different types of kingship. One of selfishness, one of ambition, and one of duty. Each of them presenting their case while tearing the others down, and it is enthralling. Because while there are
And oddly enough, the only one who actually didn't come out with a broken kingdom at the end was Gilgamesh.
no punches being thrown, I would argue
broke
that
later.
this is one of the most compelling fights in all of Fate Zero. It's a battle of ideologies using their words as their weapons. Not a single line is wasted, not a single useless sentence is uttered. This is what Twitter users see in their mind's eye. And what I love is just how bloody convincing they actually are. You don't start believing
Wait, that actually says admirable? You know, I've seen so many people meme him with the Buster shirt on. I actually didn't know what the original one was.
they're kings because the plot told us they were. You can see it. You start believing in them yourselves with the words that they say, because goddamn,
Building
it
the
is delivered in
verisimilitude.
an inspiring way for the people in its fictional universe and in real life as well.
You, who became a ruler, only to satisfy your endless greed.
A king without greed is even worse than a figurehead!
What kind of figurehead isn't a greedy son of a bitch?
Saber, you said you would martyr yourself for your ideals. In life, you must have been something akin to the purest of all the saints. But who can truly admire the rough and thorny path that a martyr must follow in life?
A lot of people. There's a lot of people who do that.
Who actually dreams of such an ending?
A lot of people also. It's disturbing.
A king must be greedier than any other. He must laugh more loudly and rage for much longer.
I love
and
the point
embody
he's
the
making, where
very
it shows how
extreme
he
of all
thinks.
things, good and
I
evil.
love that
My
he's dropping
man's
it
out
in.
here making a case for being a tyrannical leader, and I'm somehow being convinced. Because I think the most amazing thing about this scene is that objectively, they are all right, and they are all wrong in their own way. It should
Also, I love how he's highlighting the moment that shows that character the best and is more or less his entire touchstone for all of Fate media. So it's a good choice there. Not Gilgamesh, specifically Ryder. I'll just go back to make that easier. His entire thing is he's going to say and do the wrong things, but goddamn is his charisma so high that you actually believe it. I don't just mean the charisma stat in game. I mean the actual way he's portrayed as so much of a dude, this is awesome, that you actually go along with it and start believing it, even when you objectively know, no, don't do that. Yeah. Sorry, I just love that he chose this moment specifically. It's such a good one.
way. It should be impossible for anyone to actually win this fight, yet through sheer charisma and Giga Chad energy, a winner does emerge. Through his words and actions, Ryder is able to shake Saber's ideology to her core. His words cut deeper than any sword ever could, and if that wasn't enough, he ends things off with a demonstration that shows her what his kingship means. And he uses his noble phantasm, essentially his ult, don't worry about it, a move you should really not be revealing.
I'm going to pretend that is only a reference to Genshin and nothing else, because it's much less disturbing that way.
Revealing to your enemies willy-nilly just to prove a goddamn point. Oh,
Plus, they already knew
it
who
was
he
so
is.
worth it. This was the most epic conclusion for one of the most gripping dialogue scenes I've experienced from an anime. No matter who would eventually go on to win the Holy Grail War, ultimately Ryder won over our hearts in this scene, which was oh so on point for this legendary character.
Gilgamesh took a
My bond with
lot
them is my
later to do
greatest
that.
treasure, my path to kingship, the ultimate noble phantasm that I possess.
Everyone else with him.
Oh my god. His noble phantasm is the friends he made along the way.
You know, I said exactly the same thing, but I didn't realize I said exactly the same thing until he just said it. Oh my god, it is literally the power of friendship. Which then gets beaten down a few episodes later by Gilgamesh. Yeah, that's close enough.
Alright, that was a really long segment, so you know what? Anime dancers. There's been a lot of iconic anime dancers throughout the years. Hara Yukai
Star?
if you're in
Harvey?
my generation, Chica Dance if you're a goddamn Zoomer, Jujutsu Kaisen ZD if
Generation?
you're on TikTok, JoJo's Torture Dance if you're on Grindr, but out of everything,
Okay,
there's
that
been
makes
one
sense.
dance I swear I've broken YouTube's replay button watching. Shirobako episode 16. Alright, so
What?
you gotta promise me. Promise me you're not gonna leave this video to find this clip and
Shirobako?
replay it 10 times after I finish playing it. Alright, promise? Like, pinky promise? I trust you, because otherwise I'm gonna tell your mum. I swear I'm gonna tell
My
her you're a
God.
little liar, pants on fire.
Wow, throwing out liar, liar. Haven't heard that one in a while. Is she just practicing a dance? What the hell is this?
That's it. That's the scene. You still here?
I mean, it's cute and well
When
animated, but
people
what
talk
was going
about
on?
shonen battle series, we say stuff like, damn,
Ooh,
that
that's
was
the new
such a
stuff from
banger
Bleach,
fight
isn't it?
scene.
Haven't seen it
Or,
yet.
damn, I can't believe this guy just called Jujutsu Kaisen mid. Or, damn.
I wonder who said that. No idea. It couldn't be anyone. That'd be weird.
Is that a Dragon Ball fan with more than 10 IQ? But beyond the fight,
You know, I've heard that joke before. But
Kaisen mid. Or,
but because you
damn.
had
Is that a Dragon Ball?
that, because you had the kid in the Goku freaking costume with the freaking foam hair. Well played. Well played. Not expecting that.
Fan with more than 10 IQ, but beyond the fights, the salts, and the hype, nothing has quite sold me on a long-running shonen faster than the 20 minutes of chaos in Chainsaw Man Episode 9 and Makima's Ritual.
Wait, he wasn't already sold on this? Also, is anyone else kind of weirded out by the idea that something new that only has a second season confirmed, I'm not even sure if it's out yet, is considered a long running at episode 9? You know, with how many 12 episode series there are at this point, and that being the standard length, it seems, yeah, I guess 9 would count as near the end of a long series. Nothing to say, just kind of depressed about that realization. See, I haven't got that. Oh, there's a lot of not
Am I
alive.
doing a bit of a cop-out by picking a moment from one of the most hyped recent anime? Yes. Did I want to talk about this so I have something to clickbait this video with in the thumbnail? Maybe. But this stands out to me
Wait,
as how
only
to
maybe?
do a turning point in your story. Please don't kill me, Mushoku Tensei fans. More than any of the chainsaw massacring fight scenes, more than any of the boob-touching Makima caboose-sniffing action, this showcased that a battle shonen could do more than just drop a cool action scene on you. Because what stood out to me the most is that out of nowhere, the show just turns into a full-on survival horror as Makima looks at Light, laughs in his face, and goes, "Pfft, heart attack? What are you into, little baby shit?" This is how you send a message. What gets me about this entire sequence is just the sheer emotional whiplash after everything that's been built up. We had 7 episodes establishing your usual shonen affair, then in just one episode you realize, oh, the people I thought were safe are definitely not. These villains are way more terrifying than I ever gave them credit for. Then the series doesn't even give us 5 minutes to process that before throwing a fat Uno reverse card in our face. You feel a sense of eerie dread for the bad guys that does a better job than 90% of horror anime have ever done. The direction, the music, her unsettlingly calm demeanor, the fact that these people can sense that they're about to die a violent death before they do is a fucking horrifying thought. And after everything is said and done, you're like, wait, should I be more terrified of the good guys or the bad guys here?
Technically, due to outside knowledge, yes.
This was just such a brilliantly directed scene from start to finish that went beyond the great action you expect from a shonen. And if that was just a taste of the mayhem to come, Chainsaw Man Season 2 cannot arrive soon enough. Until then, I have to live with the scraps I've got to find out what's really going on behind the terror boner Makima has given us as the true horror antagonist herself.
Okay, one, did he put her in the by all means necessary? Oh my god, he did. Also, I thought he read the manga. Hell, even I know, because I may not have wiki walked way too much before realizing what I was doing, and by that point it was already too late, I was too far, and I actually learned the plot. I want to watch it. Haven't. But that's mostly because I'm horrible about getting to things. Did he? I thought he had read it, though. Number 6. Kind of surprised he doesn't have that.
Was an anime that looked like this.
Look at this dude.
This was a show that took some...
Is this just badly animated, or are they rotoscoping it? Oh god, why do they have hyper-realistic sweat drops on not in the slightest, no texture faces? I have questions, and all of them are why?
Creative decisions with its art style and aesthetics, and when it aired in 2013, the internet destroyed it. Meme after meme, screenshot after screenshot, it got clowned on into obscurity, but now that time has passed, I think people are starting to realize that we didn't really give it a fair chance. Sure, sometimes the visuals look so bloody ridiculous that it looks more like a comedy than a thriller, but behind all that there is a truly
That was a thriller? No. I mean, this is one of the few times where I would say just have someone else animate it again. Literally have an AI fuck it up, because at this point, I'm assuming maybe negatives will negate, it'll be passable. Add some depth to the characters, any depth at all.
amazing
like
story
literally
being
the
told
characterization,
here.
the
One that
colorization is
explores
flat
the
as hell.
darkest parts of our human emotions that we bury behind the public mask we wear. And there's one scene that has always stuck out to me in the series that everyone had already written off. Flowers of Evil, Episode 7. Takao Kasuga
He has a lot of
starts the
episode
series as someone
7s
who
in here.
believes he is different to everyone, because that's the person he wants to be. Pretending to enjoy obscure poetry, being an all-around edgy twat. He's not like other boys. There are two wolves inside of him. But when
Oh my god, he actually brought out the two wolves. There are two wolves inside of you. One wants to be edgy fucklord. The other is getting a gun because fuck that shit.
complicated girl.
It's a girl.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Nakamura sees him in a moment of weakness. She knows what perverted and sick desires lie beneath the surface he presents. She
The fuck?
torments him, wears him down and blackmails him, tears into him for days until you see all of his fake ideals and the facade he wears crumble into nothing. This scene is that breaking point. We see him proceed to completely wreck the classroom in an explosion of catharsis as he embraces who he really is. With a sheer, visceral display of emotions, it is almost chilling, watching this manic destruction of their classroom as every layer of his old persona is peeled off one by one. This was the moment where I fully understood the creative vision. That semi-realistic, uncanny look on top of the eerie, unnerving music left me with a symphony of conflicting emotions few anime are able to make me feel. It was equal parts unsettling as it was beautiful.
So he's trying to say that because they were all putting on fake masks that were uncanny and awkward, they made it look like they were wearing a fake mask that was uncanny and awkward. Interesting decision. Still don't think it would work in something you're trying to get people to actually engage with. For the same reason I think 1984 is an absolutely annoying novel. I get what he was going for. He was giving a giant F you to Stalin. And he did it in the most annoying way possible. There are people who like that. I'm not one.
That final shot of the circle of chaos they created is an image that's etched into my mind. Just them laying there. Two messed up teenagers in a room matching how fucked up things are in their head. This was then I understood. This was why the show looked like this. This was what Aku no Hana was meant to be. There was something special here, and it's
they
sad
drew the
more
flower.
people didn't give this a chance for a season 2 to be made. There are many moments in anime that get me emotional enough to get the waterworks running. Sad parts that pull at the heartstring until there are no emotions left to bring out.
what is
But
this one gonna
sometimes
be?
I watch a scene that makes me tear up even if there's nothing sad happening on screen.
Okay, I'm actually tempted to skip this one because I don't handle sad well. At all. So if it cuts here, I may or may not have broken, decided to hide that.
And one of those moments is the running scene from episode 2 of A Place Further Than the Universe.
I've never actually seen this anime. What?
This scene hits me every time I rewatch it, bar none. And I still don't fully understand
Why?
why, because I'm the only one I've talked to that has had this kind of emotional response to this moment. But if I had to quantify it, if I could pick a scene that so perfectly captures the carefree moments you remember from your younger years, this is it. It is pure freedom.
So it's literally just that moment of shutting down the brain and doing something and not caring about the consequences. Which
We all
you
have
don't
a
get to do
cherished
later.
memory tucked away somewhere
that
of
makes
some
sense.
dumb crap you got up to as a kid. That one random thing you and your mate did on that summer holiday. Getting up to some stupid antics on that one trip you took with your siblings or family. We didn't realize how precious those moments would be, or how fondly we'd look back on them when we were older. And what gets me is this overwhelming feeling that we're seeing one of these precious memories being made right in front of us. 3 girls going out of their comfort zone to go on an adventure and just having the time of their lives doing dumb shit. I will never not adore this moment, maybe even more so than some of the more serious scenes in the series. It might not be the most hype, the most sad, or the most dramatic moment you can find in anime, but it gets me emotional in a way few are ever able to. God, I love this show!
I'd have to check this one out. Seems like a good relaxing show then.
And that was everything I had time to talk about today. I didn't even get through a tenth of everything I could have talked about, but
There was
I
more?
don't want this video to be an hour, so who knows?
Do it!
If you guys like this enough, maybe I'll do some more of these types of videos.
Okay, that was absolutely adorable at the end. Like, just that running carefree moment that apparently for him was massive nostalgia, and I can see why that would hit him so hard. I was expecting we're going to, like, here's all the sad things. No, we're going to, this is just, it's emotional because it was massive nostalgia of a time he can't have anymore because he's not a kid. And just how much he loved that. I got annoyed with it being a kid, and I love being an adult because, you know, being able to say, nope, leaving, is a great thing to say when you're a massive introvert. It's a huge power trip. More importantly, though, I'm going to check out that anime for sure because a lot of those looked really damn good. Chainsaw Man was already on the list, but I just need to get around to that. The rest, though, are being added to a list that is objectively already too long. Yeah. Basically what I'm saying is if you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Hit it up and let me know when he's finally badgered and worn down to finally make that second episode because I want more of this. This kind of style of showing great moments of shows that stand out, it's cool because it's something that used to be on the internet a lot more. Just moments of awesome that you don't really get because it's hard to make those kind of videos on YouTube right now. So when you get to see things like this, it's fun. And it's how I usually got a lot of anime recommendations from. And speaking of revelations about your self-preference, that would also be why I like Abridges, because it shows awesome moments without giving away everything because it changes just enough to make the original still unique. Huh. The more you know. That aside, again, there's the link below to the original. Hit it up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Whenever it comes out, please let me know. Adios.